Okay, so cold open in 3, 2. So you're not going to say it now.
Now you're not.
Now you're not going to say it.
You said
so
you don't
literally.
say the
one.
Okay. No. So right before we started the show here, we said cold open in 3, 2, and then you go silent for the 1. Dad goes 1. And I go no. Cold open in 3, 2.
And you don't
1.
say
And we're like, no, you don't do the 1. And I just figured if we'd come on live, he would, deliver with the exact same thing, and then he stumps us, right?
He goes silent.
I think it was this. I think it was just playing. I think he created the cold open tonight.
You guys are. I'm twice your age, and sometimes it takes me a little long.
You didn't fall off the turnip truck.
After you said it 2 or 3 times, I was like, "Oh, okay, I can't say
it." Sphincter says what? And you didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday. You surely did.
I was born at night, but
guys,
last night.
This is They Call Us the Breeze, episode 68. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go! Woo! Yeah! Go! Well, hey guys, welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, tonight 6:33, but yeah, and a little collar pop.
Yeah, denim.
Well, because it's like now my true vampire gets to come out. This is the first official episode since the possibly last time change ever for us, possibly. Yes. So it's super dark.
Yeah.
Normally, viewers out there, listener, if you're watching on YouTube, which you can watch every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Normally, you see a little bit of sunlight. It's a nice glow that comes and warms Ryan and I's back.
Yeah. Right
behind our camera. You still see Dad in the driveway in the truck, but tonight we're starting. It's just black, pure black, and it's. Can I just say something?
It's kind of weird.
I want to. It's like, okay, it's only an hour that they set it back. Mm-hmm. How does it get? It just pitch black. I know that's like the most
even
dad.
Though they skip it.
I know that's the most dad thing for me to say, but it's like at 6:30 last week, it wasn't this black. You know what I mean? Or 7:30, I should say.
It's turned the clock back.
Like I'm just saying, it's almost like the sun knows and it just tries to double down.
Well, the winter, the days.
I'm sorry, that was a really shitty way of guys. Thank you. Welcome to episode 68.
They say the nights get shorter during
every day.
Yeah, but when you set the hour back and you lose that or you gain that hour.
So basically, it catches up to darkness, and then you flip the switch one more hour, and it's
seems
completely
like it's just
dark.
hella dark by like 5 o'clock or 5:30, 6 o'clock. When it's normally like it seems like we lose like an extra half hour daylight wise is what I'm trying to get at. In a very dumb way, that's what I'm trying to say. It seems like it almost like celebrates the fact and doubles down on it, and it seems like it gets darker even earlier than an hour earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and I got a real big question.
I'm so sorry, listeners,
go first.
for me
no,
trying
it's
to.
Okay,
oh,
because
God.
I got a
we
question
hear
about
we hear
this.
in the Tiger
I got
Cage.
a question about Alaska.
Well, we hear on They Call Us the Breeze. We just don't understand time change, and it's time to eradicate it. But Ryan, go ahead, you first.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a theory. Chris Kringle. He has something to do with
Christopher Kringle? No.
Oh,
Dad, you're next.
So, Alaska.
Oh, here comes.
Think about that.
Well, that's
how does that
North
stay
Pole
dark?
Area.
I know, but I mean,
did you know that
the Earth rotates around an axis or whatever?
Absolutely.
I mean,
yes.
Globes. So how come Alaska is?
I don't know. Alaska.
Your name is Remy, and you see food differently.
I do see food differently. Guys, welcome to episode 68. Huge show for you tonight. I'm going to tell you right now, just before we go any further, and this will come up tonight, I'm going to launch a missile tonight. I'm going to do a haters gonna hate. It's been a little while since I've done this.
Fire one off.
And this particular haters gonna hate, I've been kind of sitting on it, and it's been kind of stewing. Now, I'll probably chicken out towards the end of the show, and I probably won't bring it up at all.
So you're sitting on it like an egg.
But I've been sitting on it and incubating this egg, and I finally gave birth to this egg today. And this egg has been hatched, and it's ready. Finally, someone let me out of my cage.
How's it
this
going to taste, do you think?
I don't know. And we might get to it. We might not. But the point is, I've just had like a kind of shitty day. Now, I hate to say that because I know there are some people in the state of Florida who have had a way shittier day than I have today.
Oh, yes, there
we
are.
We currently
Yes,
have
there
a
are. That
tropical
way.
storm. I mean, the
way.
tropical storm is now, past us. We're in the waking hours of that. But we had Tropical Storm Nicole kind of rolling through the state today. So on top of just, the gloomy weather and I have no covered area really to smoke cigs.
I know. I was like, hey,
and it's
I was
my
about
day
to say,
off.
you were talking about like just that one time when we had to do the podcast when the old hurricane was here, and he's like, God, I never had like a wet. He's like, I never had
want
a
a
dry
dry
cigarette. I was about to be like, dude, you're gonna have some wet cigs.
And then I got some expected, but still it hurts. Bad news today, and that's gonna.
You're talking about.
You're
not.
And we're gonna get into all this a little bit later. But so it was just kind of one of those days. And my point is here, I'm not gonna drag on about it, but what I wanted to say is it's so nice to have family and my best friend being my brother and my dad and my mom and I love you guys so much.
I love you
and I
too,
was just
man.
in a shitty mood all day today.
Love you.
And just, you got the weather out here just shitting down on you. You can't get a decent cigarette in to save your life. You just got some shitty news. You're hanging out. I will say something I will mention later. Something good did happen and come out of the day. But
Super A+,
but
bro.
for the most part, it was just kind of lame. And mom goes, "How I get here to the tiger cage and I pull up and I got my beer and I got the bag with the the Mac and all the accoutrement and bring it in. And some days I'm drunk, some days I'm uppity and sober, some days I'm down and sober, and today was a down and sober day. And mom's like, I can tell. And you okay? And I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. Of course, mom, I'd already relayed the bad news to her, and I come out, and I don't want to participate for a minute. I just want to be around people and ease into it. And you guys are just so good. And then before I know it, we're joking and we're laughing and everybody's having a good time and we're cracking the beers and I just appreciate you guys, and I just wanted to thank you before we go any further tonight. Thank you.
Cheers to you,
and cheers to family, man, and cheers to loving you guys. I was made for loving you, baby.
And since you were on bad moods, I got another not bad moods.
Dad waited so patiently for me to get my
I did.
angst
Did
out.
you see my kind of acting
He
like I was
was kind of
picking
like
my
raising
face?
his hand like a kid a little bit, like waiting on it. He's like, I do have
my
something to
turn,
say
it's my
whenever you're ready.
Little Kyle's got a question.
But
Hello,
anyway,
Mr.
Dad, I appreciate you guys, and thanks for being my family, and thanks for snapping me out of a mood. And
you're trying to do some
Jeff
Publix
Cook.
commercials.
Jeff Cook,
Just,
co-founder
shit
and
gets tough.
cousins of Teddy Gentry and the lead singer of Alabama, Teddy Gentry.
Perfect.
Jeff
Perfect.
Cook, but he was the bassist and basically.
Hey guys, what are we going to
or
talk about
guitar
tonight?
player.
What are we going to talk about
He
tonight?
passed
other
away
than
today
that?
at
Other than that.
73.
Oh well, rest in peace, rest in power, my friend, rest in power.
And he lived in Destin, Florida, right up there.
Destin, well,
That was a very good vacation spot.
part
Yeah.
Destin,
That was awesome.
part
Jerry
Destin.
did the bungee jump.
part Destin, part nation. You know what I'm saying? Little destination.
You were about to part the nation.
part
if that-
Destin, part nation, all
You
destination.
know what? I wouldn't mind having little like. There's one.
Is that not there? Hold on.
If that
Hold on.
band would
Mike,
have snapped, you
give
would
me a
have
second.
parted the
Give me a
nation.
second here. Anyone out there in Destin listening, Mike, give me a call in. I will take your call if I know the area code. We'll have to look that up. I want to know, is that not your city slogan by now? Part Destin, part nation, all destination. Come on. That's a win.
You
right
should
there.
trademark that before
You should get
before
yeah.
we're popular and this
and then,
gets
Okay,
out.
hold
and then
on.
buy hotels with your money, and then
Yeah,
become
exactly.
a hotel
Well,
magnet.
is that where I bungee jumped? Because I don't remember. But
Yes.
that's where I bungee
Yeah, dude.
jumped. Okay.
We have ties in Destin. You definitely
I
have,
have
ties.
literal ties.
You
in
were
Destin.
tied by the ankles.
By the ankles. Well,
Strapped to the
that was
fucking
Cuba,
bicycle.
but that's
on
a
us.
different story.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, guys, it's like we have a huge show for you guys tonight. I want to talk to you guys because again, this show, weirdly enough, this show
Weirdly
in
enough.
general is a time capsule for us. Ryan and I often joke. Sorry, Dad. When Dad dies, this is going to be awesome because we're going to be able to listen back and have all this talk from Dad, and we'll be able to hear Dad's voice. It's a time capsule. It also
I think that is cool, because of like.
He got darker.
No, the only thing cooler would be if Mom would come in here and interject.
And we're gonna get her on one of these days. I swear to God, our co-producer.
I mean, as I look back at my life, I'm like, that is so cool. If I
this is a time capsule. This episode kind of keeps circling around something that major that's kind of happening in my life, and not to be selfish and main character, but I am. So fuck you guys. And so we're gonna talk about ultimate man cave stuff tonight. Also, like what would be the ultimate man cave? We're gonna get into that in a minute.
Do we get to suggest what would be in it?
Just like what would be in it, like the ultimate man cave. Okay. You know what I mean? And not, you don't have the hugest man cave in the world, but you got to think about
something
space,
that
like
is doable.
Yeah, and
a garage size man cave.
20 by 30 garage size man cave. Which goes into the theme of this whole episode. Also, we have celebrity birthdays, of course, but Ryan and I have both seen the Weird Al movie, and we're going to give a quick little synopsis and review on that.
Yeah,
was it
80% of it still.
Ryan's still been passing out before he gets to the end, but we saw that, so we might talk about that a little bit. We do have headlines tonight as well, and like I said, I do have a Haters Gonna Hate that's going to come out, and some other potential things. We always say there's about 30% of the stuff on this whiteboard never gets mentioned, so we never know. So we're never going to promise what we don't know.
We like to keep an open door policy around here in the Tiger Cage.
We should only be at 5 minutes into the show right now, according to my whiteboard, and we're at 11 minutes. That just goes to show you. So
look,
hey,
Marty.
Long-winded, that's all.
Well, so I hate to do this because who gives a fuck about anybody's dreams?
But yours.
It's like you're telling me a story that never happened. Cool. It's like a movie that I can't watch and it sucks.
But you know what?
But I did have a dream last night.
What happened to your dream?
And this is funny because this has happened to me before. And it didn't start to look like that until halfway through the dream. But I was serving a table of 4 people. A dude that looked about 10 years older than the girls. And there was 3 girls. And they all ordered drinks for me. And I didn't even remember asking for ID, but somehow the girl handed me an ID, and it was like cardboard. And I accidentally punched the picture through the hole. And I was like, this is fucking fake. And I looked down, and the guy who ordered his drink first was like kind of under the table. Now he was like kind of in a coach's knee position and he was doing something under the table to where I couldn't see. And I was like, this is a cop. This is a sting. So I was like, all right. So I walked over to my manager real quick, and I was like, hey, this girl just showed me, and I woke up. But this has happened to me before. When I lived in Tennessee, when I worked in that big chain restaurant, that Italian restaurant. I'm not going to name any names, but a big Italian chain restaurant that you see on. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese's, exactly. So when I lived right around Nashville area, and I worked at this this widely known Italian chain, Chuck E. Cheese's. Just kidding, it wasn't Chuck E. But I got stung one time, or tried to get stung. Someone tried to
someone tried to sting you with some.
I was stingered.
Bees, some underage bees.
Some underage bees tried to sting me, and the same thing happened. And the dream after the
like real bees.
Well, no. So like
bees.
Like selling alcohol underage. So in the dream, when I poked the hole through the thing, that booth was the same booth that this story actually happened at. So my mind switched to that during the dream. Once I punched the hole out of the ID, my mind picked up that booth and placed that booth. But this same booth,
through the tunnel.
I had a girl and a guy, and again, the guy looked about 10 years old. This is real life. This happened to me while I was serving tables in Tennessee, and the guy comes in, looks about 10 years older than her. He orders a Bud Light. She orders like a sangria or something, and I ask for her ID. I don't ask for his ID because he looks above 30, and she hands me her ID, and I look at it, and I look at it, and I give it back to her, and I go, okay, I'll be right back. And then as I'm walking to the computer to ring up the sangria, I'm doing the math in my head, and all of a sudden it clicks before I even ring it up. I'm like, actually, I think I rang it up and sent it. But you can do that, but you can't start delivering it. Once you deliver it, then you're busted. And I after I rang it up, I was like, hold on. And I walk over to the bar, and it was a slow day. The manager's over at the bar, hanging out, talking to the bartender.
This is your dream?
No, this is real life.
Oh.
This actually happened to me. So I walk over to the bartender, and the manager is hanging out with the bartender at the service well. And I walk up, and I go, hey, don't make that sangria just yet. I don't know. I think I saw... How old do you have to be? Like, I had to, like, ask them. I was like, what's the date right now? And how old do you have? Like, I think she might be just a little bit under... They're like, oh, yeah, no. I was like, yeah, I don't think that's right. Yeah. Do I go tell them or do we kick them out? Like, what's the deal? And as I was talking to the manager and the bartender, the guy walked up, held his badge out, undercover cop.
Oh.
And he's like,
so you passed
he's like, you
test.
just passed the test, son. And I was just like, he literally was like, he's like, hey, congrats, you just passed. And I was like,
whoa,
okay.
You say that restaurant.
Like,
whoa, okay.
You're going to jail.
Well,
you're
no,
going not jail,
see,
prison.
That's not even the thing. It's like, it's not like I saved that restaurant. That would have been on me if that restaurant lost its. And then, okay, so you're out there. Oh, what's the big deal? Listener land, if you're not familiar with the business, and me and Ryan firmly are, we own our own hotel and casino.
The IDs properly.
Ryan and I own our own hotel and casino.
Those
we own a
goddamn
restaurant.
Indians.
The problem, what you have here is when they send someone in and you get caught selling booze to underage kids, not only does the server usually get fired,
but the store gets fined also.
The server can't like serve liquor for at least a year or
I don't know if
something like that.
Depends on the state.
It depends on the state. And then also there's like a $5,000 fine. And then also the business can lose its liquor license for a certain amount of time. Or the business also can get fined to pay its way out of. So big stuff. And that almost happened to me.
Needless to say, after this dream, Remy, I'm going to see Remy tomorrow probably carding people that are probably 70 is your floor.
Yeah.
70 at least 65. I'm gonna need to seize my day.
If they're a little around 50,
I just had
55.
a weird dream and
and this shit also happened. Dad, remember when I used to be the clerk at Publix up there on Roosevelt, and I was doing the line. They didn't even make me bag groceries. I was just working in the service line. Well, where do they sell cigarettes at Publix? They sell it behind customer service, right? That little kiosk or wall
where you get your lotto tickets.
And the nerdy kid was the kid that worked back there,
who always thought he was the cool kid, right? The customer service kid. He was so
always
cool.
Thought he was so
kid.
cool. He's like, I know all the codes.
You know who you are.
I know all the codes for the things and the safes and everything.
Yeah.
And
it's like,
dude, you're like the coolest dude at Publix. Chill out.
Yeah, dude. And don't call me on carts again, or else I'll murder you.
But so this
I'm just kidding.
This fucking kid. So when you go up to customer service to buy cigarettes, obviously they're going to ID you, right? Mm-hmm. Now, back in the day that I used to do this was what, probably 2001, 2002?
Yeah, early.
A lot of people still went to customer service and like got cartons or a couple packs of cigarettes and then went and shopped and then paid for them through your line. That was a normal thing. I checked people out that had 2 loose packs of cigarettes in their cart all the time. That was just a thing. They would just pay for it when I go through the line with my whole bill. So I've done that many times. One faithful day, I'm sitting here working. I think it's like a Saturday afternoon. This kid looks kind of tall, kind of beefy, kind of looks older than me by my eyes. And mind you, I'm probably 15, 16, so I'm not old enough to buy cigarettes, but he looks just old enough to buy cigarettes to me. So, and he's got a pack. And he's got like a couple other things, pub sub, whatever. I go, okay. And I scan it. As soon as I scan it, this dude comes walking up around the left side of me. And then I see my manager like over there by customer service watching my lane. And they're stinging me on seeing if I'll sell this fucking kid cigarettes. And I immediately was like, no, you have to go to customer service first and get them from them. They should be the ones IDing you. If you have them in the first place, I assume customer service has already ID'd you. So they immediately shut down my line.
You did this right on the fly.
No. So they this is in my head. So, but it's getting there. So we shut down the line. And someone else takes over and they close out the rest of the people that are behind the kid. They take me up to the break room, which is upstairs, and I say that exact fucking thing to them. I'm like, okay, hold up. Everybody that gets cigarettes from that counter should be ID'd. I assume that everybody that comes through my line with cigarettes and I'm like 15, and I've got like this.
Dude, you could take them.
These
you should
fucking
get some
two. I've got like these two like
money.
big dude, not big dude, but I mean like they're like fucking adults. They're like in their 50s. They're like the owner of a fucking Publix and a fucking Sting agent, and they're like, and I'm just like, well, and I don't know what got into me, but I was just like, no, because that kid should ID'd whoever fucking got those cigarettes in the first place, and that's not on me. And they're just like, well, this is just your first warning. If it happens again, we'll have to suspend you or whatever. I was like, okay, all right, cool. And I think I wasn't there for another month and a half after that.
Clearly, you know what? This might have had some anxiety impact on you.
Oh,
Publix, we're coming for you.
I wish I could tell you how I got my revenge on them, but I never will. Guys, they call us The Breeze. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back with celebrity birthdays. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Ruined our case.
Well, shopping is a pleasure.
Blow the lid off the joint. Yeah.
But also don't blow the lid off the joint.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Hey guys, welcome back to They Call Us The Breeze, episode 68, live from the Tiger Cage. Wow. Every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. So make sure you go to YouTube and you subscribe to Tiger Cage Media. I can't
do it.
I mean, you do it. A lot of you are doing it, but for every one of you out there that's doing it, there's still 1,000 of you that aren't doing it. So I mean, just do the damn thing. Yeah, it's so funny. I was what was I watching or listening to today when they're just like, podcasts are just, there's no reason to do podcasts. And that's exactly why we're doing this podcast.
Why we're doing this
because
podcast.
There is no reason for anyone to do a podcast.
Why is there a reason?
There are a million. It's oversaturated. And you know what? We appreciate everyone. We
have a reason that we're not going to let them in on until the very end.
I wish I was lying, but we get listens. It's crazy to me. It's just but we thank you guys so much. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely, we do. And tell all your friends. I mean, and if you have any suggestions,
we don't get paid, but we get listens. You know what I mean?
That's right. We don't get paid. We do this.
We get
because
a lot more listens.
We're trying to entertain. We're trying to entertain everybody out there that
like they do with the Our American Stories. You know,
exactly.
These are these are Our American Stories.
Absolutely.
And if you love Our American Stories like we do, you know that these American stories, they're told free, but they're not free to make. So please subscribe and please,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I pay $15 a month to make this podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 68. A little bit of a hiccup last week. Dad was only down 10 points, but somehow Ryan squeezed out,
we got pretty good stats on how
2
I'm
points
doing,
up on him. So Ryan actually is up 12 points tonight, but Dad, that doesn't mean you're not going to get it, big guy. So what do you guys say? You want to do some celebrity birthdays?
I would love nothing more.
All right. Wait, where is it? Damn it. Where's she been?
Oh.
Where's she been? Where's she? There she is.
I would love nothing more.
There she is. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's do it.
Happy birthday!
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you here.
I feel good.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back. It is time for celebrity birthdays. Ryan, avert your eyes, you pervert. Who went last week? I think Dad went last week.
Matter.
I think Dad went last week, so Ryan's up this
Call
week.
it.
Yep. Ryan's up this week. I definitely remember that. Okay. All right. Avert your eyes. Here we go. First birthday. Taryn Egerton.
Okay. Sounds made up.
Are you kidding?
That is Taryn Egerton. Happy birthday to
Well,
you.
he's British, isn't he?
Taryn Egerton, I know. Okay, so
He ain't from Chicago.
what I'll say about Taryn Egerton is, even though it sounds like it is a made-up name, it sounds like he's a member of Game of Thrones. Honestly, a character on Game of Thrones, but he's actually the kid that played Elton John in the Elton John movie. So happy birthday goes out to Taryn
That
Egerton.
show came out about
He's from
10
the
years ago,
Kingsmen,
right?
too.
It's from the Kingsmen.
Yeah. He's I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the whole say that he's 27.
27. Taryn Egerton.
28.
Dad's going to get it. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Dad's going to get it with 33.
Oh,
Wow.
mate.
So Dad's one up. Sorry, we're having a little bit of difficulties with the soundboard. We're going to try to get that back online here. But Dad gets that point. Congratulations, Dad.
You sounded like my ding-a-ling.
My ding-a-ling.
My ding-a-ling.
Won't you play with my ding-a-ling? All right, guys. All right, so Dad got that point. Next up, we have... All right, so this guy is a rapper from the 90s.
Snoop Dogg.
Huge...
Snoopaloo.
Dad's like, there's one.
German cheese.
There's one I know.
German cheese. Where'd you come up with German cheese?
Martha Stewart.
I only have one word to best describe him. Regulators!
Michael.
Mount up. All right, 3 words. It is Warren G's birthday today.
Don't know who that
Regulators.
is.
Warren G.
Nope.
On mission 905, Mr. Warren G.
Nope.
all,
No
you,
idea.
all you skirts know what's up with the 213.
No,
Regulators, man, let's ride. Okay, 90s, Dad, 90s rap. I mean, just think about it.
Well, that means they're in their 20s. So, 42.
Dad's going to say 42.
45.
Ryan's ding 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 ding. Ryan's gonna get it with 52 today for that's such a birthday. Sorry, we're without the soundboard right now. So.
We're even.
Gonna have a good.
That's
such a birthday.
And they're even.
Ding, ding,
At
ding,
the
ding.
end
Ryan
of,
gets
At
it.
the end of 2 innings, it's
Warren G
1
is
to 1.
actually 52 today. Good job, Ryan. Good job.
Hey,
We're
man.
Pulled
going
that
in-
out.
We're
All right.
going in. These idiots can't know how to do this. They're going into the fucking
All right,
third
next birthday
inning.
we have up for
can't
you.
say that on the radio.
Ryan's turn once again to go first, and Dad might know this one a little better. Starred in Grey's Anatomy.
Nope.
Grey's Anatomy. Mom watched
know
it
it's a
literally
popular-
for thousands of years.
Mom.
Ellen Pompeo. Grey's Anatomy. Dr. Grey, the main one.
The little ones are 15. The bigger ones are 20. I'm gonna say that she is probably going on like.
There we are.
Yeah,
We're
I
back.
knew it.
And we're back online. All right, Ellen Pompeo.
Don't call it a comeback, Ellen. I'm gonna
How
say
old?
57.
57.
When did that show come out?
I'm
trying to get my generator started.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, when
Probably
that started.
most prevalent in the early 2000s to late 2000s.
Early 60s.
And what'd you say just now? What was your guess?
57.
Oh man, that's like real close. Got to be.
I'm a numbers guy.
57, 56.
Dad's going to get it because Ellen is 53 today. Good job, Dad. Good job. All right.
Oh, it's freaking what's his face's girl from Old School.
Also Grey's Anatomy.
You can
but
look
yes.
at him. I don't care. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you don't
matter.
Well, after the fact, it doesn't matter. Of course, it doesn't. All right,
it doesn't matter
Ryan,
either
avert your
way.
eyes, pervert. Dad's up next. Here we go. He is Jay Moore's uncle.
Jay Morse.
It's Jay Moore's uncle. He just had a new commercial.
What was that?
He's out now.
What was that thing with the
Right-
Oakland Raiders?
Right now,
Or
he's got
Oakland-
the commercial about the DoorDash where he's got the stapler and the,
I
Tracy
know.
Morgan.
He
Happy birthday to
Happy
Tracy
birthday.
Morgan.
Jay Moore. He had a
Jay Moore's my uncle.
Jay Moore. You know, he had
That's
a
my
he had,
shitty.
he had
You ever smoke Sherm, Jay?
He had a
That's my
comedian
shitty-
bringing up, and then he did that baseball movie with Brad Pitt.
Tracy Morgan, man. All right.
Oh, I thought you said Jay Moore.
No.
You know Tracy Morgan.
You know Tracy Morgan. He's on that new DoorDash
He was
commercial.
on Saturday Night Live.
He was on Saturday Night Live. He's a black dude. He's like, yo, I got this new DoorDash. I got the stapler, and I got this.
Well, you guys were saying Jay Moore.
Because it's a different thing. Just don't worry about it. But Tracy Morgan, he was on SNL.
Okay, let's
Got
say,
into that Walmart
62.
62.
accident. Yeah, that's a good guess. I'm gonna say he's 64.
Oh God, Ryan should have went a little under, man. He He's 54 today, so Dad gets that one.
Dag nabbit.
I'm two
Dad,
up. I'm two
Dad
up.
nabbed it.
Dad
nabbed
nabbed
it.
it.
Dad
Dad
nabbed
nabbed
it.
it.
That's
I'm
the
two
new
up.
T-shirt right there. Dad nabbed it
Dad nabbed it.
instead of dag nab. Oh, I love it. All right, guys, last and final birthday for you.
That's like a T-shirt I saw the other day, but I won't say it till we're off the air.
If you're riding,
Or
if you're
I
reading
like
this,
that. I like the sound of that T-shirt.
Michael fell off.
Nope.
Last episode was called I would wear that T-shirt. Anyway, last and final birthday we have up for you guys tonight. All right. He's a stand-up comedian. Super funny. I mean, if you're talking about like hammer pants with black hammer pants with like fluorescent stripes going down the legs. He was in the movie House Guest where he
Arsenio
posed.
Hall?
Nope.
And I was
He was in the
thinking
movie
of,
House Guest, okay, with
Hammer time.
with the guy that oh god, I'm blanking on his name. He was in House Guest with the guy who did Troy McClure from Simpsons, who was murdered by his wife, who was on SNL. What's his fucking name? Phil Hartman.
yeah.
He was in House
Oh,
Guest
Phil
with
Hartman?
Phil Hartman, and he
Who
played.
goes first?
He played an impersonation of a doctor, and
Oh, he wasn't Phil Hartman.
I'm sorry, but that's my favorite movie with him in it. It's Sinbad, guys. Happy birthday to
Sinbad.
Sinbad!
Oh, we know. Why didn't you say Sinbad? Man?
Because I was getting up to it, and it's
Yeah,
Ryan's go.
Good.
Sinbad is probably 68.
Man, that's like right close to the number.
I saw him live when he was.
I'm going to say 65.
Dad is gonna get it because he is
Oh.
66.
Man.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Sinbad! Hey, you that fucking episode of Sunny where he's like Sinbad and Rob Thomas were in my goddamn room. They were
Yes.
he's like, look at the shoe, motherfucker.
Happy birthday.
Oh, breaking news. Midterm election.
That's right, guys. I think Dad pretty much swept that one. I think Dad at least got a
I
point or
lost
two
one
off
of
that.
them.
Okay, you lost one of them.
wonder how
okay, cool.
Hannity's doing.
All right, so that's your now you're back to 10. I like that. Cool.
Do you think Hannity's busy with the midterms?
Who?
Flannery, you mean?
Or Flannery, yes.
Not
What did you
Handy.
say? What did he say?
He meant to ask.
I know what
Do
he
you
meant.
think that John Flannery is?
I know what he meant
busy
to ask.
with the
What did he
midterms?
ask?
But he asked if Hannity was busy with the midterms.
You're listening to too much fucking radio, AM radio.
But how I asked it was Hannity.
Are you talking about?
You wanna call him? You wanna call him? Just
you wanna
ask
call
him?
Sean Hannity? And
I
see
mean,
if
I would-
he's
I
still-
would love
you
to check
guys
in.
want to call John
Yeah,
to see
let's-
what he's up to?
Let's
Yeah.
check. Let's
All
check
right,
in
let's
to
call.
see what he's up to.
Fuck it, let's go.
He's probably not going to answer. It's the midterms.
Probably not. He's like, I'm trying to fucking have dinner.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's-
well,
he's-
that's fine.
Oh well.
Maybe he'll call back.
If
Maybe
you'd like
you
to
ought to
leave a
call
message,
Sean Hannity. He must know him.
we'll try him in a little bit. Oh, yeah, guys. They call us the Breeze, just hanging out here in the Tiger Cage.
Well, obviously, most of the studio audience knows.
as I'm looking, as I'm shopping for a house, and I'm still in the market. I'm back on the market officially.
Hello, ladies, right here.
And the biggest thing I wanted out of a house was a man cave, just an awesome man cave. And I'm not talking.
Is that a shirt that means that you're available?
I don't know. My
Well,
point
you
is,
just flashed that. So
my point is, I'm back on the market, and I'm looking for a house that has some sort of a man cave, and I will make my own man cave. But I'm not talking about a she shed, or I'm not talking about like a one car built-in garage, attached garage.
We're
single.
talking about something
I'm talking
that's
about like something more a little bit like
or the tiny
industrial.
homes. The tiny homes.
Or not even in a tiny home. I'm talking about something a little more industrial. I'm talking about like a shed. Okay, now picture this, right? So I've been looking at a couple different houses, and I have some bad news that I'll deliver a little later. Hopefully, my hater's gonna hate. But one of the houses I was looking at had this shed, and it was a 20 by 30 industrial style shed. And I'm thinking of the possibilities. Obviously, This is the man cave. This is where you hang out. This is where
dreams
This
come
is where
true.
dreams come true. This is where makers get made.
I
This
would
is where
hope we had
This is
got
factory.
to that.
this is
Factory
the
of
factory.
dream.
The
Yeah.
factory of dreams. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Everything you could think of. So I mean, you're out here in the shed, and immediately I have my own ideas on how this shed is going to go. But I figure we go a little round table because I kind of want you guys' input too, because obviously you're going to be hanging out, and we might even make this the new headquarters for the podcast. We don't know yet.
I want to talk
But-
budget.
But so first
I want to
thing,
talk budget.
well, budget. Budget. If we're building the thing ourselves, the structure is going to cost about 17.
How much can we play with for the man cave? Budget.
So and then you figure you want to
Another
put you want to
5.
put about 7 in. So here's my ideas. Right, first off, you got to build like a half bar. Now I'm not talking just like cool. Okay, me and Barb, we mix up margaritas here on the weekend. No, I'm talking a fucking bar with the I don't know what it's called, but it's got that certain lip that you can buy at Home Depot, and I already have it dropped in my Home Depot cart. It's a certain type of wood that has that weird little lip that's just awkward, but awkwardly comfortable for you to put your elbows in.
Well,
yeah, you can pass out on it at
it's
1
like-
p.m., pass on it at 1 a.m. You can pass,
It brings your mind back to history of America in the old days.
how they
when-
settled shit.
No. It's just how things looked, And
Well, yeah, it's
gives
just
you
aesthetics.
It gives you an aesthetic feeling of
Absolutely.
how things
So
were.
we're gonna build this bar, and we were gonna build this bar, and we're gonna have this bar and lacquer it and do everything we need to. And then the first thing we're doing is buying 2 at least 50-inch flat screen.
So
TVs.
that's where we start to talk about the man cage budget.
Well, you need
right?
2. You need 2 at least here, because you need one, because like the bars that we go into downtown, you usually have whatever sports game is like most important to whoever might be there. They kind of know the crowd, and they're like, all right, if the Lightning are playing that night, it's a couple punk kids. Odds are if the Lightning are playing that night, that's the game they're going to be playing. The other one is just on like Turner Classic Movies, and Star Wars is on, and
or
it's on
soccer from wherever in the
or
world.
no, it's just literally like on a movie, or it might be on like let's say like Chive TV or Red Bull TV, and it's just a bunch
Yeah,
of people doing
loops of, like,
extreme
stupid
tricks
stuff.
and you have just a TV with like that mind numbing shit. So when you need to look away, like when you're watching a game,
Yeah, when I went to lunch with Steve yesterday at that CD-ROM was on. We sat at the bar. We ordered a pizza.
Yeah, you have a
I
couple
got
different
beer,
TVs to look
Chive
at.
TV, and it's like it's
Oh.
like
Dog
Jackass.
tricks
It's ever's like
and dog
yeah,
tricks
he
and
got-
like little babies
Yeah.
and like all
Everybody's
sorts of
hurting
everything.
herself doing
It's like
stupid
YouTube
shit.
TV
Yeah.
basically.
It's like
Yeah.
Rob Dyrdek stuff.
But it's
Yeah,
good to
yeah,
like
yeah,
look at
exactly
that.
what it was.
So you have the 2 TVs, you have the bar. Obviously, you could throw the pool table in there, the dartboard. Those are like cliche ass man cave things. What else do you need in a man cave? And this was the first thing and the only main thing I was thinking of. Obviously, we're going to put in one corner, we're going to put that $1,800 electronic drum kit that I've been waiting for 25 years of my life, and I can afford. We're going to put that $1,800 electronic drum kit in the corner, put a couple amps around it, maybe get like a headphone set up, things like that. The bar will already be set up. Perhaps the podcast will now be there, so the computer and everything stays right there at the bar, so you can hook that whole corner up and jam till the wee hours of the night without anyone ever hearing you, because it's all in headphones. It's all run off of the recording software. So literally we could be, aside from me shouting on a microphone, maybe if we're rolling with vocals, the neighbors won't hear anything but me on that microphone. They'll just hear nothing because it'll be all in our headphones, just like we do the podcast. Boom. So you have the music corner there. The one thing I was thinking of before I get to you,
I'll go last.
retro video game. Something retro. Now, here's my debate.
Pac-Man.
Well, no. So here's the thing: I'm going to load up a what's called a Raspberry Pi, which can take files of all sorts of old games, which is how I play all my old games. I play them on the computer here. I have the controller and everything. I download all the old games. They're called ROMs. They're emulations of the old video games: Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, blah blah blah. and you have all the old, Pac-Man, everything you could ever want. I play those on my computer already. Now I can load those onto something called a Raspberry Pi. I have two options here, Dad. Which one do you think is the better option? Do I build that into a cabinet to where you and I can stand up next to each other at that cabinet and put like a 30-inch TV in there, and we're standing up like we're playing in, an arcade game, and we have the big joystick and the big red and blue buttons. And yeah, we just pick whatever game. Has thousands of games on it, so we just pick whichever game. Would you prefer to go standing up?
If you want to play golf.
Well, no, I'm just saying if you prefer to stand up, or the other alternative I have is there's a way to do it to where you take that console with the same joystick listen to me. There's a way to take that off of the cabinet and just have like a portable thing that is like 4 foot wide and has the two joysticks and buttons, but you could place on top of the bar and hook it into one of the TVs.
I mean, so which one would you prefer?
Here's what I say, and if you
I don't think he's going to answer your question.
And if you weren't,
probably not.
I am exactly, and technically is how I'm going to answer it.
Here we go.
If you were in a bar setting or whatever, there's a lot of people around you just doing whatever. If you had your own preference of where you wanted to do it, I would think if you were playing like Pac-Man or Space Invaders, right?
Right.
Or whatever.
That's another good one. Yep. Donkey Kong.
You would be very fine reclined in a chair with a toggle
on your lap versus standing at a machine.
Or even on the arm of a chair.
Yeah. Versus standing at a machine.
If you're playing anything like golf or you're playing anything
bowling, one of those.
Anything that I think
you need to be far away.
And I'm not talking about Wii with golf,
right.
But I'm talking about golf. I would say you might be wanting to be on your feet because you kind of like.
Yeah, you need to get into it. You need to have
you might have
you
parts
get more
of
into
your
those
body
kind of
moving
games.
a little bit, not even.
If you're playing NFL Blitz.
I mean, if you ever watch baseball sometimes or football, don't you ever try to make a tackle
right.
and turn your shoulder in
towards your screen?
That's a good
You're
point.
right. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
And here's what I was thinking too: the benefits of playing in a stand-up cabinet gets the blood flowing. Like if you're just sitting at the bar,
you're involved.
Like Ryan, if you and I are sitting at the bar all night, actually a real bar, like let's say we're at Goose. And we've been there for 3 hours and we've just been drinking whiskey and beer and we're starting to feel a little sluggish. What's the first thing we want to do? We're like, let's get up and play some darts, play some pool. So like, it's like you kind of want to have that cabinet away from the bar to kind of give you like a breath of fresh air. You stand up, it's got the lights, it's got the, but you know what? This is actually, I kind of want to, because we still haven't got into what you guys think about it. Let's take a quick little break because we're running a little low on time.
That's going to thread the whole needle.
We're running a little bit low on time. Quick little break, and then we'll be right back with more about how to build this perfect. I mean, what else goes into this man cave aside from the video games, aside from the pool table, aside from the dartboard, aside from the bar with the 2 different TVs? What else goes into this man cave? Let's get creative.
What
guys.
else goes into a bowl?
All right, we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you. Bye bye. See that when I snapped that can, it kind of missed it up like a Gene Simmons, like fucking, like kiss.
Gene Simmons, I have
like when he used to spit blood in the air, and that was like that cloud. When I cracked that can, that light,
it was a perfect. Right? Yeah, it was like a spritz,
like the
what was the
spritz of Bush in your face.
I was thinking of what's the guy, the exercise guy.
Not Gene Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Did you know? That's who brother. I thought you were. I forgot. I didn't.
He also wears
Simmons'
who
brother.
Also
Richard.
wears makeup.
Also wears a lot of blush on
sure
that Richard
does.
Simmons. And it's party time. Okay, girls, let's go. That guy, yeah, I got it. Guys, they call us the Breeze. That is Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra live from the Tiger Cage, episode 68. We are still on our man cave edition. So here's
Let's
here's what we've established.
Still, let's piggyback off still. So we can crash.
I told you 5 minutes for this
the
segment.
man cave.
We
Man
could
cave?
crash there.
Oh,
if
yeah,
we wanted
we gotta
to,
go
right?
to the
I
man
mean,
cave.
we
No,
can
you-
still
I mean, you
always
guys
do
are
We're
gonna
going to
it.
design it live on
No,
air.
so you guys are
right
each
now.
going to have a key to the man cage, man cage, or it could be we could be live from the man cage soon.
Yes.
You never know.
Now-
So, but here's what we have established at this point is it's 20 by 30.
how big is it?
20 by 30.
That's a lot.
20 by 30, about 9 to 10 foot tall. With a peaked roof, so factor in that. Don't raise your hand yet. Save all questions for the end, Mike, please. We have, like I said, a bar. A bar. Most importantly, like a lacquered, perfect looking bar, mini fridge, 2 TVs behind it, 50-inch at least. One with Chive TV, I think is what we established on, and then one with whatever game is going on, and then the sound bar can have the game, but also when the game is on commercial, we can hook it over to the Spotify and do the jukebox thing and everything like that. We established, obviously, eventually a pool table and a dartboard, because that's, obviously, eventually.
That's true.
And then we've established that it's going to have the rock and roll corner, because it could be the new studio, which will have the Mac already and the PreSonus and all the stuff. And then we can just hardwire everything over to the corner, get some long enough cables so that we can just hang out with that, like I said, $1,800 electronic drum kit.
Of course.
And the Fender guitar amp and the bass amp. And I will have my second bedroom in that house will be just like your guitar room, Mike. It's a no Benny zone. It'll have the desk. It'll have a pull-out couch with a pull-out bed that I already have. It will have the guitars on the wall so that if you guys need to crash, you have a pull-out bed there. And if it's a little too uncomfortable, guess what? I have an inflatable mattress that's the same size as it. We can just top that on top of the pull-out bars. And then what do you guys have? I mean, what are you guys bringing
For
to
the man
table?
cave?
For the man cave. I mean,
This is all in the man cave.
I'm building all this shit. I'm supplying and the arcade game. We forgot about the arcade game, but yeah, in the arcade
This
game.
would be my first. Okay.
What is your contribution? What are you bringing to the table?
30 feet deep.
What's your donation to
so
my man
20
cave?
feet wide and 30 feet deep.
Yep.
The first 10
So
feet.
deep.
The first 10 feet off the 30
I
foot
would love
deep
nothing more.
is a tool area.
Tool kit? Like tool workbench?
Like a workbench area?
Like your garage.
Okay,
and,
Dad,
I will,
and,
obviously.
and a wall between
So what-
that and the next 20 feet.
Dad's
Dad wants a
basically
little
saying to me,
workshop.
he's
Because
like,
you can store everything and have all your tools.
so does this come from, is there a seated hatred because half of all of my tools are either here or at Adam's house right now?
Or mine.
Right.
Or yours?
Well,
Like,
no,
all-
but I mean,
I have
if
one
you-
toolbox. I have so many
You're only
tools and
talking
grips
10
and
feet
things
deep.
that
So-
are at yeah. So you would do a
Because
little.
that would be like 4 sheds in a row.
So Dad just needs that. So okay,
You need.
we need. What we'll do is
What
we'll
you
recreate.
need is what we need.
We'll recreate.
What's that saying?
We'll build a little corner. How about 2 cabinets either way on a corner?
20 by 20?
That looks like Dad's old garage
No.
at Shore Acres.
No.
And we get the popcorn wall behind it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
No, I'm just
You
saying.
need a
Can we
designated
recreate?
area
Can we
for-
recreate Dad's?
You need a tool crib.
In that, if we have a 20 by 30 garage, we can recreate Dad's little old fucking workbench from back in the day with the vice grip.
Perfect.
Do you have that same vice grip? Did you take it off or did you leave it?
Vice grip. You talking about a wood vice?
No, the vice grip that was mounted onto that workbench. Do you
That's
still
not
have
a
that?
vice grip. That's a
No,
vice.
that was like a
vice
big
grip is
tool.
a pair of pliers.
Okay, all right. The
Vice. I do have the Wilton vice.
You still have the same one from the.
The Wilton
Yeah, we
vice.
could recreate it.
Still has
bro.
the same fucking
We could
one,
recreate
dude.
it.
Let's do
I
it.
have the wood vice too.
And we'll put that shitty cracked TV in the corner, and we'll popcorn the wall,
And then we'll put Pete and Lou in there every once in a while, and they'll smoke a big
Smoke.
bong.
Dude, we'll just recreate one corner. Okay, so that's Dad's contribution. We're gonna recreate Dad's old fucking garage. Just that little panel for 20
I'm
feet.
just saying what we
No,
need to do
dude,
is
you're done. You're
what
done.
we need to do is we need to organize tools. That's
That's
going to
what-
be
well,
the
I'm
tool
pretty
shed.
sure-
I know, but I'm saying let's just do it the way Dad and God intended it, and let's recreate your fucking old garage in
Well,
one
that'd take
strip.
half of your garage.
All right,
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna touch a little bit on everything. Obviously, I'm gonna sprinkle I need fog machines in the rock corner.
Well, I was gonna get some dry ice receptacles.
You also need some.
Hands down, I just need a little bit of fog. If we want some fog, if we're feeling fog,
What's
we're
with
gonna
the
need
curly
fog.
hair?
I was gonna get some dry ice
What is
receptacles
with the curly hair?
for it. No, he thinks he's fucking Jerry Lee Lewis.
I
over
I don't
here.
know, dude.
He
It's
looks
just
like
curly the
fucking-
ways these
What
days.
mom, Shirley Temple?
I'm gonna need some fog. The second thing I'm gonna
He
need,
looks like
you mentioned,
Dean Martin over here. He's got the fucking
No,
full
fuck
on.
no. He's got the curls are on both sides.
well,
It
you
looks-
guys listen to what
Yeah,
I have
like
to
Shirley
contribute
Temple.
to this
Dad,
freaking
to be fair, this is mainly an audio for audio show, not an audio for video show. So
But if
let's-
you guys want to do see my tips,
but
you
make
can
sure
look
you go to
in my bio
YouTube
you
and
can
check
it
out the YouTube video, Tiger Cage Media.
So we're gonna need fog for the rock corner.
Okay.
for the rock corner.
When you guys are waiting to play the game, I'm assuming we want to play an upstanding game like you talked about the arcade game. Like
Well, the
a
thing
bar
about the-
game.
the thing about
if
the-
we do this, we're going to need those bar games in the corner where you can go ahead and put $1 in where you can play those little like find your things,
Yep.
reveal things. You're going to need a couple of those in
oh,
the bar.
like the
And you
the
kind
touch
of out
yep,
of the way.
touch games.
game where you're like, you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're in the
let's
corner.
do
bring all
like
that
the one with the titty pics. It's
Yes,
titty
exactly.
pictures. You can do
Exactly.
the titty picture, and this picture's different from this picture.
Yeah.
By 5 things, but you can't tell because it's literally vaginas and tits in your face. Have you ever
Never
done that?
seen- no.
Never done that?
Never.
Dude, go up to
Where
sports.
in the hell would you see that? At?
Literally, just go to sports
in
bar.
our
No.
Pinellas County.
In Pinellas County. Listen, listeners out there, if you're into a good time, just go up to sports bar, the sports bar.
Yes.
Up there on right around 9th. You got to take
Across
9th,
from the storage
Martin
place.
Luther King up to about 94th Avenue and take a left.
Yep. Right by
And
the car
then
wash.
right
the
before
store,
you
yeah.
get on to Gandy, right by the U-Haul, you've got the sports bar over there. They had that corner machine, and it's the Hustler version of the find a picture or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So
and they reveal nips.
I'm Dad. I'm not the perv. Dad.
It's so much
Dad,
fun.
I'm not a perv that plays this by myself. My ex-wife and I used to play this together all the time, like for a laugh. And we would play it every time the machine was open. If the machine was open, we were sitting there all night playing over and over and over. And
fun.
literally, it's 2 pictures of like the lewdest shit you could think of. And it's just there. And the best part is the machine is right by the door. As soon as you open the door, you see the machine. That's the first thing you see is the screen on that machine. When
Everyone's
you open
like
the door to that
swingers,
bar,
huh? Yeah.
when you open the door to that bar, the first thing you see is whatever that asshole has on that screen in that game.
Anyways.
I wished I
And it
owned
would just
those-
be- but
I
anyway,
wished
yeah.
I owned
Let's get back to.
I wished I owned
this
about
whole
25
episode,
of those.
So this whole episode is
and
basically
it was
about the
basically
man
I've been
cave.
sprinkling on
I
your
would like.
shit.
I would
what
like
I
to-
want.
I would
All
like to
right,
own 25.
No, we got to get off the man
machines.
cave thing. Ryan's got to do his thing.
My last thing, what I want, because I've been telling you guys stories all night.
You're a storyteller.
I just want a fucking golf. I just want a golf simulator,
Dude,
That's all I want is a golf
knew you were gonna
simulator,
fucking
dude.
say that, dude. I knew you were gonna say that, and actually, it popped up in my fucking Facebook thread earlier today, and I was like, "Oh wait, I could do something way good for Dad and Ryan, and I could actually learn how to drive again. Maybe learn how to like."
Oh, yeah.
Play short game, and they do all that stuff. It's like $5,000, $6,000,
Oh, I've
but
been
you
like-
install it on a wall with a net, and it has the virtual. I thought about it, Ryan. What are you saying?
We're gonna buy one for that for sure. Absolutely.
Explain to the people what it
well,
is.
it's I mean, essentially, you can pick a lot of courses that are very famous.
It's a virtual. No,
and you
start
can,
from the beginning.
Well,
It's
I mean,
a virtual reality net.
Yeah,
that
a virtual
has
reality
a system.
Think of like your
It's a
projector
live
screen
It's a live
that you hit
video
into.
It's a live video game
That
Yes.
you hit into a really, really thick screen, and then you have a bunch of lasers that will capture it, catch up your swing, catch up everything, and then it'll project your
Well,
ball.
just everything measures everything that you do,
and
with-
it's accurate because like it
every stroke you
exists.
take, they're
people
gonna be
wouldn't
like-
be using it if they didn't
It's
feel
like
like
the
it wasn't the same
Peloton.
thing.
It's like the
Oh,
Peloton
yeah.
of golfing.
Yeah, you just go in there. Oh,
they
my
measure
goodness.
your swing, your stroke, everything you're doing wrong, and they give you advice on everything. I'm saying, I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, if
How-
you're
no,
not
how-
sure, you
Dad,
can ask
now
Charles
listen.
Barkley,
How-
and he'll fit you for.
Well, no, it's not even that.
Dad,
you get
how
to like
bad would
actually
it
play
suck?
courses.
How bad, Ryan and Dad? How bad would it suck if I
If you play golf with us,
if I went out and played if I went out and bought the Peloton golf thing and learned how to play golf that way and came out and just whipped your asses.
I would quit the game.
I don't even know what that thing is.
I would quit the game.
If you want to play golf, you come out with us, and we'll show you how to try to hit a golf ball.
We'll show you.
We'll show you.
Well, okay. Well, that's the man cave right there. I like the golf screen edition, and like I said, I did look into that a little bit.
Fog
for
machines,
the two
bro.
of you guys.
Start with fog machines,
or dry ice.
Yeah.
You know, just
we
when
get
it's
that in there.
because fog machines, they smell like chocolate chip cookies. It's weird.
Well, it smells like
What
Halloween.
does? What does?
They smell weird.
What?
They just smell weird.
What?
Fog
smells-
machines. Yeah, they just smell weird. They just have like a weird
Are
plasticky
you kidding
burning
me?
smell.
I've never noticed
Speaking of weird, Dad, did you see the Weird Al movie yet?
that. No.
You
But
have not.
I'm very aware of the guy, but no.
Well,
We were watching
Daniel
highlights
Radcliffe.
of it.
We talked about it
Yes,
way
we
back
did.
when
Yep,
they
yep.
decided who was going to play him on The Breeze. That's how long we've been going.
He's got the old.
when
he's
they
got
announced that the movie was coming out, and they announced who was playing him, Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. We were literally still on air back then, so that's how long that's how long we've been out. But yeah, it's now available, and it's a made-for-TV movie essentially, and it's on Roku channel.
And it's
so
sweet.
So I was like, Ryan, I didn't know if Ryan could get it because he has a Fire Stick or whatever.
Amazon.
What?
Yeah. So how do you? So you just had to
Roku-
download the Roku
Roku
channel?
channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
I
didn't
got a
know.
question.
Hold on.
Yeah,
real
no,
quick,
they
Dad,
do
please.
it.
Sounds-
They help out each other.
I didn't know if like you could download the Roku channel onto the Amazon.
Yeah,
and when I
they're cool
saw
with each
it,
other.
and it was like it's on Roku, which is what I have. I had the Roku stick in the back of my TV. I was like, okay, well, I'm recommending him a movie that he might not be able to get, but I didn't. Okay, so. And like you said, you've seen about 80% of it. You still haven't seen the end.
Not the end, but
And it's one of those movies, honestly, I have seen it once all the way through. Like where when I watch movies and TV, I generally watch them, but I kind of am on my phone or checking Facebook or like doing things and I'm distracted or blah, blah, blah. I actually watched this one all the way through. I was like, I want to watch this. I want to watch this. And then I've also seen it twice since then where it's, I'm distracted. I'm hanging out. I'm going out for a cigarette. I'm doing this, but I've seen it already. It doesn't matter. And I really fucking enjoyed it. What do you think?
I thought it was an awesome movie. I mean, it's when you were first telling me about it, it sounded like it was a real kind of version of like what he did, how he grew
That's
up
the
and
thing, it
everything,
is
but
not.
it is not. It's
is not.
totally different. It's like we were talking about Dewey Cox like that.
Yeah.
Dad's seen
and
Dewey
what
Cox.
was the movie?
It's the Weird Al Yankovic story.
So my question is:
Did you see how he baits me right there just so he can flood in? I love it, dude. That is
So
fucking
my question
great.
is because
Sales, baby.
I never have ever watched a Harry Potter movie.
Neither have I've seen half
Oh,
of the
I've seen
first
them all.
one, dude.
And
I am
there's
not a Harry Potter guy
and-
at all. I
And
promise you.
obviously, there's a lot of them, so he's way older than when he started in the beginning.
Oh, for
correct?
He's
sure.
probably about 35.
So why did they choose him as to be the actor? For
Well, you have
this?
to have the guy like who started it. Like when Weird Al
Not-
first started blowing up, it was the 80s or 90s. He was younger than he is now. You're not going to get a 50-year-old to play the biopic or biopic or however you say it.
But with the Elvis movie, they had to make him look younger and then older.
Right. Well, so
So
okay,
they're
so
going to have to make him look younger.
What we'll
and then
say-
look
Well, they
older.
do it when
Well,
he's like.
so listen, what we will say for anyone who out there who we don't want to give any spoilers, right, Ryan?
No,
But
no, we don't give spoilers.
We will say, Ryan, most ridiculous movie you've ever seen in your entire life?
It's pretty far out there. It's like the Dewey Cox, Legend of Dewey Cox.
It's like the Dewey
it's-
Cox thing, but if you've seen Dewey Cox out there, what you know is
Which
that
is
movie
Johnny
is,
Cash.
it's a full-on parody. Like it's very, very, very apparent that they're doing a full-on
Oh, so this is what that
slapstick.
is?
No, listen. Dewey Cox is a very apparent that it's a full-on slapstick parody.
Right.
Very apparent. What they did here with Weird Al, it's like they did half of that. They put half the effort into making it, but not so airplane-y, not so cartoonized.
They didn't make it a biography.
And then everything they made up in the movie was completely bullshit.
Yeah.
And they just over-sensualized everything on purpose just to make it kind of funny. which is kind of like the Dewey Cox thing, but in a weird way, it was a little bit more like it was rougher around the edges, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And
With Al?
And and like they made Weird Al literally, I mean, without trying to spoil it, the best thing I can say is in the movie, Weird Al is the #1 selling artist of all time. His hits are more important and bigger and have gotten more sales than any of the Beatles' #1 hits. Like, so I mean that just gives you an idea of how bad they Hail Mary this ball of like what Weird Al and he's like Madonna is obsessed with him.
He was like
Madonna is obsessed with him in this movie.
But
so that's just two quick things. I'm not going to spoil the rest, but like that just gives you an idea of just how farce this movie is.
Weird
out.
Al Yankovic was never more popular than the Beach Boys were popular.
But check it out because
Hey, that's America's band. You keep that name out of your mouth.
but no.
The colorful clothes she wears, and the way that sunlight plays upon her hair. You brought it all yourself, Mike. The sound of her drift away from the way that blossom listens through the air. I'm digging a good vibe. You fucking did it. You did it. And it's your fault. And now everyone's turning the radio off. Now everybody's turning the radio off. And
Except for you all down the 101 stuck in traffic.
Yeah,
but
except if you're down on the 101 and stuck in traffic. Anyway, guys, get out of this fucking thing. All right, Jesus. But yeah, the Weird Al Yankovic, good movie, right?
It was great. It was great.
Go watch
and
it.
And Daniel Radcliffe, he did very good.
I think he was hilarious.
He was very good.
He was in
because he doesn't take himself serious.
Well,
I mean, and that's Weird Al.
He was talking about good vibrations.
Beautiful, but
I'm digging up good vibrations, bro. And I'm about to dig up some real. I'm about to dig up some real.
I'm digging out good.
Real good vibrations.
I'm digging out good vibrations.
I'm gonna dig up some good vibrations.
How do you think Barry Gibb would sound if he was in the Beach Boys?
Just
Barry
let's
Gibb.
not. If we could, if we added,
I think
no,
Barry
if you,
Gibb actually sang.
Stop. If you added Barry Gibb to the Beach Boys, it would be like the Power Rangers Megazord.
Well, it's like
Power Rangers Megazord.
he already was.
God, we got to get out of here. We got one
Hey,
segment
you're the
left
one that
for you.
keeps dragging it
I
on.
know. It's my fault. God, nobody to blame but myself.
I'm thinking
All right,
about
guys, we'll be
good
right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll
vibrations.
see you guys.
I'm thinking
All right, good night or not good night. We'll be right back.
Good vibrations.
Tonight!
Hey guys, welcome back. Last segment of episode 68 of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra live from the Tiger Cage. God, we had a lot of fun tonight. Got way off topic for a lot of the show, honestly. I'm looking at this whiteboard right now and literally skipped. So we have so much show for you guys coming up next week.
Yeah, we have a.
I might just sleep
have
the
the
week
week
away,
off.
dude. I have the week off, honestly. Yeah, I mean, so much. But
Well, we might even have Wally in here.
you never
He's
know.
trying to squeeze in.
Oh yeah, he reached out. He texted me.
He's loving, feeling, squeezing, touching, hoping, loving. Was you feeling? No, never mind, guys. Welcome back.
He's loving.
Each other. That's Journey. All right, guys. Before we go, I don't know how much time we're going to be on this earth. I don't know how much time we're going to have left on this show. We've gone way over budget. They're about to kick us out of the studio. Honestly.
I know it.
Yeah,
I know
we
it.
haven't.
It's like,
We still record.
and I do think it was a part of the financial officers to cut that tree limb to have it fall on the roof of the to try to evict us out of here.
Well, no, and the main problem is we're still on reel to reel here, so we're not actually digital. We're rolling
Yeah, we
on
can
actual
get this
tape.
always back.
So like the tape that we use up, that they're like, we only have so much tape, dude. You guys have to, 2-minute plays. 2-minute plays.
We got
2 minute
those
plays.
guys to
Let's go.
cut the tree off the roof.
But you guys want to do a little headlines? I got some headlines
Yeah.
gathered for you guys if you guys want to hear them.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready? Let's get super serious. You guys want to get super serious? Let's go super serious. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's headlines, episode 68 of They Call Us the Breeze. And now your anchor, your trusted anchor, Remy Breachek.
Wow.
I mean, that was
You gotta
just,
do
that
like
was
this,
just
Jeremy.
me. I mean, that
Or
was,
Ryan.
that was just
You
me.
got to cover one ear and put your finger in the other ear and make it look like you're doing a...
Oh, security.
Yes, Mike, we're out here on the scene, and we are reporting
Tropical
live.
Storm Nicole.
Tropical Storm Nicole.
Nickel.
Is it Tropical Storm Nicole? It doesn't matter. It's pretty much blown over by now. We have no rain going. We were just outside smoking cigarettes, so we are safe. I hope everybody out there is safe. That's your main headline for tonight. Hope everybody's out
Florida
safe.
was
Yes.
swamped today. Swamped. The whole...
I mean, that's all we are is
storm was
swamp.
200 miles across.
Yeah.
The eye was 50 miles across. It was just like havoc.
Now,
You
I
guys
know
want
you're
rain.
like a kid on Christmas morning, and I know schools were closed today. So what time did your ass wake up today and just start like little kid on Christmas watching news?
Looking
and
out
just,
the windows.
Yeah, just being like, yeah, what's
when
going on?
Like when we stayed
3
up.
a.m., 4 a.m., I bet.
Okay, the last two hurricanes we had.
we
Irma
don't have to get...
and Ian, Jeremy, all the kids were here.
Yeah.
Me and Jeremy.
No, you
stood
woke
up
up today
Yes,
by
like,
yourself,
always
but what
preface.
time did your ass start
and
coming
me and
out
Jeremy
here
stayed
looking...
up all night with those hurricanes.
What
I
time
woke
did you
up
come out here?
3
Don't
o'clock.
start. Yeah, don't keep putting it on me. What today left
No.
to your own? No, shut up. Today left to your own devices. What time did your little kid ass looking for Santa Claus come out today and start looking at the rain and everything? Probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
And turn on the Weather Channel.
Yeah, probably about
3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
I told you, man.
Cheers,
I said
Clink.
3. I said 3 a.m. and he was
Got
like,
it.
And then at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock or whatever, I took a nap.
Took a little
Yep.
nap. He's
Yep,
like,
yep.
all right, the storm has passed enough, or whatever.
The winds died
I
down.
can take a little nap. This house is secure. Well, thanks, Dad, because we couldn't handle another damaging loss to the roof of the tiger cage here. I'm sure.
And you know how many
either
times I
these
looked at ceiling? About 4 times.
But guys, it is time for headlines before we get out of here. All right, first one. This kind of reminds me of Park and Rec when there's 2. That's 2. That's 2 right off the rip.
God bless you.
All right, we're keeping the tally. We're starting at 2. All right, so this reminds me right off the rip of Park and Recreation when Ben Wyatt wins as like an 18-year-old and he turns the place into the Ice Palace.
Yeah, you can't do it.
That's 3. And you know what I'm saying? He ruins the whole town. A 23-year-old defeats a 2-term mayor in a small town in Louisiana. That's 4. That counts as 4. That counts as 4.
It does.
Yeah, I think you were you.
I didn't hit the ball.
It happened.
That's
It happened.
it's not golf.
So Tyron. That's 5. 5.
Definitely 4.
That's okay. We'll count that as 4. That's fine. I'll give you that. All right. So Tyron Twong, he's a Democrat.
Twong.
He-
What's he running for?
A 23-year-old defeated a 2-year. That's 5. 23-year-old defeats a 2-year term mayor in Louisiana. Anyway,
And his name is what?
Tyron.
Oh, so he's the millennial, right?
Tyron
that
Trong.
I've been hearing about.
Trong.
Oh, okay.
And he's a Democrat. And he bested the Independent 6.
That's 6, right?
Independent Mayor
should be it.
Wendy O'Quinn Perrette, and she is 47 years old. And she, like I said, she's the incumbent after 2 terms. But she didn't even win, or she didn't even lose by second place. Actually, the second place was Teddy Drummond, is what they say, and he's another independent. So, but yeah, some 23-year-old kid beat out some chick. That's pretty awesome.
I'm so sorry. It's so.
I know it's fun to do
Thank
headlines
you. Thank
while
you.
we're also trying to keep track of Mike's hiccup.
That was
or
almost
hiccups.
7.
It's just an anomaly. Like
Oh, yeah.
PBS
I
should do
know.
a study on.
Okay,
like
so
a show.
do you remember watching Barbershop?
Oh yeah, for sure.
7.
That's 7,
What
right?
was the best part about Barbershop?
That's a
When those 2 dumbasses You remember what I'm talking about?
And then the dude comes in.
No,
and,
there's the two kids, the idiot kids, Anthony, whatever, and the other kid. And they try to steal what?
ATM.
Yeah, the ATM machine.
Yeah.
Well, some idiots in Tampa tried to do that same shit.
It's been tried
And
all the time.
All I
right?
could think of was barbershop because in the movie
Did they like have a chain and
in the
trap?
movie Barbershop, they take the ATM, they find an ATM and they steal it and they get it to a hotel.
One dude smashes his foot.
Oddly enough, in the movie, they take the ATM to a hotel room
How
to
they
try
get it
to.
out of the building?
They just take it away. But the thing is, you're not able to break into them. So the whole movie, these kids take this ATM machine and they put it in a hotel room and they're trying to like saw into it, whack into it, do everything they can to get into it. Well, a couple kids did the exact same thing, except they started their journey at a hotel. That's where they stole it from. It was actually at the Country Inn and Suites in Falkenberg, off Falkenberg Road in Tampa.
Sounds
Are
like
you
a
kidding
great ATM.
Is this
to start
real?
with.
It was right around 8:30.
Is this a movie or real?
No, real shit. These two guys, so these two black kids, and it says black kids on the report. It says black kids. I'm sorry. They had long, glowing, like neon orange yellow or green yellow. The green yellow like sweatshirts, and then the sweatshirts themselves had like I could see on the video. They have a video of the surveillance cam of like reflectors that go like a backpack style around their lower back and then up their shoulders and around their front. And then both of them had blue surgical masks on. Both of them had sunglasses on. One of them had a beanie on. And they casually walk in. You can watch them on the video. They walk in and then they disappear. And then the page folds over to be like elapsed time. And then they're walking, literally duck walking, one on one end, one on the other. They're walking this fucking ATM out. And I'm just like, dude, we've seen this on Barbershop.
Did they get it out with a cutting torch or like an abrasive
It does
disc?
not show on the video. I don't know. But either way, they know, they think they know who the guys are. And they're gonna chase them down and catch them.
Yeah, they probably took one of those like
But I'm
kind of
just saying,
plastic ones.
we've
that are
already
in the
seen
corner.
this. We've
Wonder
already
how
seen
much
this
money
on
was it?
Barbershop. We know this
I
isn't
know.
going to work
Wonder how
out.
much money was in that thing.
Also, those things are
You would think-
monitored. And
Well, it was the Country Inn and Suites. I mean, some big ballers.
I was about to say, I was like, what kind of
A
money
lot
is
of
in
big
this
ballers
hotel?
walking
Might
in
have
and
been
out
an
of that
inside
hotel.
job of hotel employees that say, "Hey, they're not going to pay attention."
Well, all I know is I know a little bit about that.
That's
I'm not.
I'm just saying.
all I know is I'm a little bit.
I remember
bit
that
country.
movie, and yeah, I would not try to. Yeah,
Yeah, don't try to do
play
it.
the Powerball or something. You guys win your Powerball ticket?
No, that one dude in California won it.
Yeah, that's
oh,
bullshit.
we got $7 on one
California.
line. Three numbers on one line.
We won't get into the conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, I
on-
heard it's rigged. I don't know. I heard it took a minute for them to
Well,
find out who it was.
They get a big tax break for winning if they win in California. It doesn't matter.
How
Anyway,
about that guy,
we're not going to
How
get
about
into
that guy at the mobile station?
How about this guy? How about this
Yeah,
fucking
$1 million
guy?
bucks.
Some asshole tried to hide a handgun that was unregistered to him
In a chicken.
in a fucking raw chicken. Dad read his smart news
That's
today.
as smart as I could do it.
And this guy, he puts it in his luggage to get it through airport security in a
Why
raw
in the
chicken.
fucking
Dad,
world?
see, Brian's like, I always wonder. I'm like, I wonder which one of these ones Dad's gonna know. And this was the one Dad knew. So yeah, security officers in
Unbelievable.
South Florida. Of course, it's Florida. South Florida airport.
Florida man.
They reported finding a handgun hidden inside a raw chicken packed in a traveler's luggage. The Transportation Security Administration posted photos of both the gun and the poultry
And just to clarify, it was sealed
on
in
its
a
Instagram
plastic
account.
Bag.
They put it on their
It was in
Instagram
a
account.
dark plastic bag inside the chicken. So
Well, that'll make it,
it
more
ain't like
sanitary
it just
and
shoved a
everything.
fucking 380
Yeah, that was at
or
the
9 millimeter in a
Fort
chicken.
Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport.
What? We're just going up to
Now-
see Christopher for Thanksgiving.
Well, there's you can bring raw chicken with you.
I know.
yeah.
As long as
Just
it's
not
as long
with
as it's
a handgun.
you can bring raw chicken as a carry-on as long as it's packed.
with stuffing in it.
No, I looked up the fucking rules.
It had stuffing.
I looked up the rules.
But not
you
that
can
stuff.
bring on raw chicken as long as it is packed somewhere where it's on like ice and you can bring it on like let's say I had like my little carry-on bag and I had a little 1.2 pounder, a little bag of chicken. As long as it's iced, I'd be good. If it's checked in, it's good. Guns, we all know you can do guns as long as what? They're hard shell cased, right?
Just don't put them in your chicken.
If your wife packed your gun case and last thing you had to do was pack the turkey,
all you gotta
and
do,
you threw your gun in the turkey.
Homeboy, you can bring your gun with you to Wyoming. You can bring your gun with you to Wyoming. Only thing you need to do is you need to go through the lady at the TSA counter.
Honey, where's my gun case?
I don't care
if you packed it.
I don't care if you show up there early and she don't show up for 45 minutes.
I know. We got the honey.
Without
we got
my denim.
We got the 3 bags. There's the orange one, and there's the blue one, and there's the pink one that we got on the side. Where's that little small one?
I told you not to pack my gun case yet. I got one more gun I wanted to put in there. Well,
I'm telling you.
We gotta wait here. Where's the gun?
What's a man to
put
do?
the gun in that little tune thing.
Speaking of guns,
I told you not to pack my gun case. I'll pack it. I said.
You said you was gonna put it with the
That's exactly what happened.
toothpaste. The toothpaste and
I'm about to show you 2 more guns
and everything.
All right.
Speaking, last headline before we get out of here. Speaking of guns, someone in San Bernardino,
Off the coast.
Bernardino,
Florida,
California. Yep.
California.
A police officer. He's in some hot water after he fires some shots into the air while drinking with his buddies at a bar. What?
Go ahead. That was just background music.
Just okay. We'll keep it going.
Okay.
Go 1, 2.
Oh wait, no, he's doing it. It's a silent.
So in San Bernardino, California, actually an officer, he was arrested after firing shots straight into the air. He thought it would be a really good idea to hang out with his buddies at the bar all night. And afterwards, he just ran out for no reason, started firing some shots. Well, some security cameras caught him doing such things, and he realized that. Took him all of about 6 hours after that he turned himself in. He brought his ass into the police station, confessed, and he said... Yeah.
If you're fucking around,
No, I love it. I love it. I love it.
That was hilarious. That was so off.
Well, I mean, you weren't going to stop, so I was just like,
he was going Saturday in the park. Do it.
That's Chicago. He was not
doing Chicago.
He had nothing to do with Chicago.
It was
he made a trumpet sound. He went. That's all he did. I was here. I was here for the whole thing. Like I wasn't absent for it.
Canceled culture.
God, he's so canceled. God, that was my headline.
I dug him. I dig that. Remy.
Yeah, it's been a weird fucking day.
I know. I mean, look the way the morning started out. I mean, we had hurricane force winds on the East Coast, and then we had heavy tropical storm breezes.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Before
who's calling?
Wait.
Who's calling?
Wait a minute.
Somebody calling?
Mike, how did today's weather report go?
Well, let me tell you.
Hold it. And now, the end of the show, the final weather report. Here he is, our correspondent, Mike Brechak. Here he is.
Hey, this is Mike Brechak. This is live from Florida.
He took his hat off. He took his hat off like...
Do you guys get picking up my feed
All right,
here?
let's get it.
I mean, because it's
clear,
coming
Mike.
in and out. I
Literally,
mean,
you have 30 seconds.
There's a lot of wind in the background. Can we have some wind in the background? But there's a lot of wind in the background, and we here on the Tampa Bay area, we've sustained a little bit of damage, but we've pretty
I'm hearing
much,
some water coming in.
Well,
here.
yeah, I know. There's going to be coastal flooding. They said all the way up to Citrus County and all on up to the
Mike, it sounds like
Tallahassee.
It sounds like you're in a hot tub. Are you in a hot tub?
Not in a hot tub.
Are you in a hot tub?
I am not in the hot tub. But anyway, I'm out by the beach, Treasure Island, and everything's moved north of us. It's getting ready to go up into the Big Bend area, and then in Alabama, Georgia, and then move to the northeast. This big high ridge system that's bringing a lot of snow and ice up in the Great Lakes is pushing it this way.
So now we're just basically talking about like global warming in general. Just like what might happen over the next year or two.
That's what I'm saying, Jack. It's going away.
I'll tell you what, this hot tub does feel pretty good after a long day's rocking.
And so we're live here by the ocean, and I don't know what he's talking about. A hot there is
Mike,
a hot
come
tub.
on,
There's a hot tub of like 5 or 6 feet away, and people are enjoying their time. They came back after being evacuated. And
what are you gonna do when we get out of this hot tub?
I'm already getting pruny. I can feel it in my toes.
Who are we gonna charge the drinks to? What room?
I don't know. Fucking.
Well, I'm trying to report live down here from Treasure Island Beach. So, Jeremy and Ryan, they've been kind of moving
we
around.
have to go to that tone already?
Yeah.
Well, they've been moving them back and forth. I don't really know what they're doing.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're going to soak in this little hot tub. We're going to eat some dinner, have some charcuterie, whatever that means. We really appreciate you guys for listening tonight. Thank you so much. Guys, what do you say? Let's get out of here.
Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, this
we love
Mike,
you. We love you.
Reporting live. Mike reporting live from Treasure Island.
We'll see you guys. Good night. Bye-bye.